Proof that Megalodon could still exist. Megalodon were the biggest sharks to ever roam the oceans, and were estimated to have grown up to 18 meters. That is 3 times the length of a great white shark. Because of its size, it was the undisputed ruler of the oceans. Now, was this animal really the monster that Hollywood has given us in the movie Meg, or was it something else? Get ready, as today we will dive into the ocean of knowledge about the wonder that Megalodon was, and the different reasons why we should still believe that these sharks exist among us. All of this will be backed up with evidence which you will find impossible to deny. Stick till the end of the video if you want to know the truth behind the existence of Megalodon. Did it really go extinct 2 million years ago, as some scientists say? Or is it still here among us, hiding in deep oceans, waiting for its time to come again? Although there have been many sightings and proofs that point towards the existence of this animal, some portions of the scientific community do not believe the same. However, we will come across evidence that even the scientific community cannot deny. Most importantly, you will be informed about the chances of encountering one of these giant monsters while on an outing in your nearest ocean. Before we dig into the evidence, which will prove beyond doubt that Megalodon still roams around the oceans of the world, let us understand why some believe that it may have gone extinct a long time ago. The biggest argument that some people have regarding why Megalodon does not exist in the current age is because they feel that such a big animal would have made its presence felt by now, and would have been discovered by humans. Now, at first glance, this may seem like a very valid argument, but when we consider the case of giant squid, this argument falls flat. Giant squids, which can be as big as 43 feet, was an animal that was once considered extinct by scientists, and its sightings by various sailors were considered as cases of paranoia. But all of this changed when it was captured near the coast of Japan in 2004, and finally, a live specimen was caught in 2006. This giant squid story points in the direction that it is very much possible that Megalodon will one day be discovered by humans in all its glory when it decides to show up. Megalodon is a fascinating animal about which many things are still not known properly. Most of our information about Megalodon is derived from the teeth of this giant predator, spread across the ocean floor and beaches all around the world. It is no wonder, then, that the name Megalodon is derived from a Greek word which means big tooth. Megalodon's teeth are one of the important pieces of evidence that proves this animal may just be around us yet. In 1875, a British warship turned oceanographic vessel, HMS Challenger, came across pairs of Megalodon teeth near Tahiti while doing research work. The scientists were shocked when these teeth were dated. Some of them turned out to be only 10,000 years old. This discovery proves that the official scientific claim that Megalodon went extinct 2 million years ago is nothing but false. The fact that Megalodon was roaming the oceans 10,000 years ago makes it seem very plausible that this giant monster is still somewhere around us. The next evidence is more recent. It comes in the form of footage recorded in 1942 during the turmoil of World War II. The footage recorded near the coast of Cape Town shows a giant shark lurking behind German U-boats, as the sailors on the ship are in awe of the massive fish. Taking cues from the size of German U-boats during World War II, many experts have estimated that the shark may be as long as 64 feet. Some scientists claim that it may just be an overgrown great white shark. But we all know that the only predator capable of growing so big is no other than Megalodon. Who knows? Maybe the Megalodon had unintentionally helped the Allies by destroying 1 or 2 of the German ships. Another big piece of evidence that points towards the existence of the Megalodon is the footage recorded by Coast Guards near the coast of Brazil. The Coast Guards were attempting a rescue mission of stranded people in the ocean when their camera recorded a spine-chilling video. At the time of the rescue mission, nobody realized anything unusual, but when they analyzed the video later, they were in for a complete shock. At the top right corner of the video, there emerges a shadow-like figure of a fish that was as big as 60 feet. When the rescue mission was ongoing, some people were quick to jump to the conclusion that this may have been a whale. but they forgot the fact that no species of whale swims near the coasts of Brazil. On a closer inspection of the footage, all the doubts are cleared and it becomes confirmed that this shadow seen in the ocean belongs to Megalodon. Over the years, many attempts have been made to declare this video as doctored, but they have all failed. This video is one of the strongest evidence of the continued existence of the Megalodon among us. The topic of the existence of Megalodon is so intense that even the scientific community is divided among itself. In 1918, David Steed, who was a renowned expert in marine biology, came across some lobstermen of Port Stephens, Australia, who claimed to have witnessed a monster fish who swallowed several of their lobster pods. The lobstermen were so spooked after this encounter that they refused to go back to lobster hunting. Some of them claimed that the fish was a shark which was as long as 100 meters. After hearing their stories and correlating the evidence, David Steed was convinced that the shark was none other than Megalodon, who was known as the White Death type. What makes this evidence even more compelling is the fact that both the parties involved, David Steed and the lobstermen, were experts of the sea and were well aware of all the sharks that could be roaming inside the waters of Port Stephens. While recalling this incident later in his life, David Steed claimed that megalodons may not be abundant as once they were, but they may still exist among the oceans. Now, another question put forward by naysayers who deny the existence of Megalodon is that if this beast still exists, then why don't we see dead bodies of whales washed ashore with big bite marks on their bodies? It is well known that Megalodon was an apex predator of its time, who terrorized every other species living in the oceans. It is claimed that it could eat up to 2,500 pounds of food a day, and whales were one of its favorite foods. Well, the next evidence is a very good answer to their question. Recently, footage emerged of a 70-foot humpback whale beached on the coast with its entire tail missing. This footage created a lot of buzz among the scientific community all around the world. After reviewing the corpse, experts found out that the tail had been chewed off in a single bite. Not even an orca or great white shark is big enough to achieve this feat. Now, when these two are out of the fray, that leaves Megalodon as the only predator left who is big enough to chew the complete tail of a humpback whale in a single bite. One thing that this incident surely proves is that whales still remain the favorite food of the Megalodon. The world is scattered with evidence that proves that Megalodon still exists today. Whether it's the video captured by Brazilian Coast Guard, or the World War II footage, or even the dead whale washed up on the shore with its tail missing, these evidence and proofs help in the picture getting clearer day by day. The discovery of giant squid further adds fuel to the fire. Oceans cover almost 3/4 of the earth and hide within them many wonders. The more we dive deep into them, the more surprised we are of the secrets they hold. When we analyze the data from the World Register of Marine Species, an interesting fact pops out. From the past century, around 600 to 1,000 new species of marine animals are discovered every year around the world, which includes many species of sharks as well. Maybe that day is not far away when the world will finally discover Megalodon hiding somewhere in the ocean. Contrary to what some people believe, that Megalodon went extinct 2 million years ago, for now, the evidence clearly suggests that Megalodon exists, and when this giant monster decides to show itself, our oceans will never be the same again.